terror attacks shook Israel on Thursday and Friday. The attackers fired on an Israeli bus, set off a suicide bombing and roadside bombs, fired on civilian vehicles, and engaged in a fire battle with the Israeli army. The day after, 20 Grad rockets hit the southern Israeli city of Ashdod, damaging a synagogue. By the weekend, 8 Israelis were killed and almost 40 injured.
הגענו תוך מספר דקות לאירוע, בהגיענו לאירוע, למעשה נתקלנו במספר מחבלים, בצע לחימה, למעשה פגענו בשלושה מחבלים.
Immediately after the initial attack, the Israeli Air Force bombed many locations in Gaza, despite an admitted lack of evidence that the attackers originated from the Gaza Strip. The attackers fired from the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt, just south of Israel. In a speech, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu referred to a group called the Popular Resistance Committee and said,
האנשים שנתנו את ההוראה לרצוח את אזרחינו ושיסתתרו בעזה אינם עוד בחיים. אני מבקש לשבח את צה"ל והשב"כ שחיסלו בעזה את בכירי הארגון שביצע את פעולת הטרור בדרום.
According to Angel Pfeffer of Haaretz, Israeli forces killed 5 of the terrorists and Egyptian soldiers reportedly killed 2 more. But the Israeli Defense Forces estimates that 15 to 20 participated in the attack, meaning most escaped. Among the Israeli casualties on Thursday was a 22-year-old soldier called Moshe Neftali. On Friday, hundreds attended his funeral and his best friend Dor Hershkovitz spoke.
Moshe, באמת שאני מעריך אותך. תמיד מחייך, תמיד שמח. היית בן אדם אמיתי. תמיד עשית את מה שאתה מאמין בו. ואם קיבלת החלטה, אז היית הולך איתה עד הסוף.
Almost immediately after the terror attacks on Thursday, the Israeli Air Force bombed many locations in Gaza and killed the leader of the Popular Resistance Committee to which Netanyahu referred. However, the army could not confirm that the group was connected to the terror attack. The Real News spoke with Lieutenant Colonel Avital Liebovitz. On what are you basing your conclusion that this group is responsible for the terror attacks?
We did not say that this group was responsible for the terror attack. We based this on intelligence information as well as some stats that actually presented an hour ago to some wires and journalists. Some of the findings that were upon the bodies of the terrorists. And they are using, for example, Kalashnikov bullets. And Kalashnikov rifles are very common in Gaza.
Many terror groups use Kalashnikovs.
No, not many terror groups. I'm not saying, I'm referring to the terrorists that came from Gaza.
Prime Minister Netanyahu said today that the group that was responsible for a terror attack was the one that was eliminated. And you're saying that's not the case?
I don't know what he said. I'm not Prime Minister Netanyahu. I'm saying that the group came from Gaza, and I'm giving you proof why it came from Gaza, how we know that it came from Gaza. This is all I'm saying.
According to Ma'an News, the Popular Resistance Committee denied its involvement in the attack, and Hamas denounced any responsibility for it. Since Israel began bombing Gaza on Thursday, 9 people have been killed and almost 30 injured. At least 2 children, a 5 and a 2-year-old, were among the dead. The Real News also spoke with Mohammed al-Majdalawi, a journalist and a social worker based in Gaza City.
It's 24 hours. Many aircrafts, they are bombing many places in Rafah, Khan Yunis, and they target East Gaza, another attack in North Gaza. But the people not like the war, but they think there is another war because they're collecting like basic needs like breads, like gas, natural gas, because they think Israel will do another war.
The terror attacks came at the heat of a mass popular movement that saw the biggest demonstrations in the country's history. The protests, which started over housing and commodity prices, quickly turned against the prime minister, demanding that Netanyahu resign. The prime minister has mostly kept quiet about the popular movement, but many protesters I spoke with were concerned that he may use a large-scale military offensive in order to distract from the movement and from the upcoming September request by the Palestinian Authority to be recognized as a state by the United Nations.
אני חושב שאנחנו צריכים לשאול את עצמנו מה אנחנו הולכים לעשות אם וכאשר שהמשטר הנוכחי ינסה להציל את עצמו באמצעות מלחמה. ולפי דעתי אנחנו צריכים במקרה כזה להשבית לחלוטין את המדינה ולשבת בעולים על הקריה. ואני אשמח להיות חלק מדבר כזה, וכל אחד שיצטרף לזה. תודה רבה.
Yossi Gurvitz is a contributing editor to the 972 magazine.
Often, once the army has a target, it goes after that target, regardless of strategic importance or of actual goals. If they can hit a senior ranking terrorist, they will take him out. Regardless if he was involved, not involved, had anything to do with the latter attack, they have a chance and they take it automatically. Nobody thinks about the political and strategical implications, and we often find ourselves in trouble. If this situation escalates, and it seems it would, I think this will lead to a backlash.
Backlash from who?
From the Israeli public, who will feel that it was cheated. The leader of the civil movement, Shmuley, has informed the public that he is withdrawing from the rally planned in Jerusalem for Saturday night. However, the organizers of the other rallies said that they will hold those rallies despite the attack, but they will hold them in a muted fashion. People are asked to wear black and march silently and honor the murdered people.
Following the Thursday attack, Israeli forces also killed 5 Egyptians, including 3 policemen. Egypt has demanded an immediate investigation by Israel and denounced the killing. According to Ma'an News, Egyptian security officials had said that they had uncovered a workshop capable of producing suicide belts, once again casting doubt on whether the attackers indeed originated from Gaza. For the Real News, I'm Lia Tarachansky in Tel Aviv.